Hi everybody, this is Methakaiji here, and today I'm going to do another subscriber/viewer request. This time the request was by phattymcpuddinkak, which is his second channel. His main channel is Legendary Big G, and his other channel is Roblox PNR or Poner, whatever. So yeah, and he requested me reasons why Godzilla G'14 will be the best film of 2014. And 2014, I mean literally the whole entire year. You know, it's going to be better than X-Men, it's going to be better than the Spider-Man movie, it's going to be better than Transformer movie, you know, all of this, okay? Just like completely everything. Even, I mean, this video might be very contradictory from yours. It's not gonna be your. If you like, you know, X-Men and you think that's gonna be the best movie, then please do not watch this video. And I don't want any hate comments, because yeah, this is just gonna talk about like Godzilla is gonna be the best movie of 2014. So yeah, here's my reasons why it will be the best movie of 2014. Okay, now first of all, I have, you know, there's not specifically how many reasons I have. It's just out of my mind. But the first one, it's not in specific order of this is more important than the other one. But the first one from what I can think of is great CGI. The CGI is awesome and spectacular. If you see the poster, Godzilla looks very realistic. Yeah, that's the thing. The CGI looks like it's realistic and that you can compare it to our modern world right now. And, you know, like for example that scene with the Statue of Liberty, everybody's saying that's fake looking. But that's the Statue of Liberty in Las Vegas. And the Statue of Liberty in Las Vegas does look kind of fake. Sorry if you hear that sound. It's actually my dog drinking water. So yeah, but that's kind of weird. But anyway, so yeah, it's going to have great CGI. But as I was saying, the Statue of Liberty, that's the one in Las Vegas. And the one in Las Vegas looks kind of bad. Like itself, if you literally go see it, kind of looks like it's exaggerated to green. It kind of looks like a pretty weird replica. So, you know, that's what they're trying to copy here, and they succeeded because it looks almost the same exact thing as that. And they're also working on the CGI. Like, I bet there's some people who are saying the scene with Godzilla spikes rising from the ocean, and then the aircraft carriers, you know, like falling. I mean, I can understand if that looks fake, but they're working on the CGI. And from what we saw in the international trailer, it looks spectacular. Like that scene with the Hawaiian ruins and there's like palm trees and like birds like, you know, flying around or something. That's a very spectacular scene, as well as the Golden Gate Bridge scene. You know, the CGI is just super amazing. It looks very realistic. Okay, now reason number two is it's very serious. Very serious. It's not another cliche, campy like film. And you can actually relate it to the modern world. It's going to be very serious. It's going to talk about the origin of Godzilla. Godzilla's pissed off for humanity's arrogance. He's, you know, walking around. And then, you know, that's when the Muto come in. You know, it's just showing off our arrogance. It's trying to teach us a lesson. You know, it's going to be very serious. You know, there's going to be a bunch of people dying and all that. Even Gareth Edwards mentioned, or actually I don't think Gareth Edwards, but somebody that was working there actually said that there will be people that will die. But it won't be like, from an example that they said, Godzilla stomping on a kid. It's not going to be like that. It's just going to be, you know, maybe like, you know, for example, the flood scene. You know, you can tell there's going to be some people dying in that scene. So, yeah, it's going to be very serious. Nothing cliche, nor campy, nor cheesy. You know, nothing of that. It's going to go to the roots. And this is possibly even going to be even better than the 1954. Because, you know, it's better CGI. And, you know, all these occurrences happen. They can even relate it to the modern world. But you have to be very serious. Now, see, reason number three is it has great marketing. Great marketing. They do not exaggerate on the trailer. Like, for example, Amazing Spider-Man 2. Amazing Spider-Man 2, look, we have Amazing Spider-Man 2. I believe there's either 5 or 4 trailers, okay? 5 or 4 trailers, an extended trailer, and some 4 clips that were released. That's a bunch already. You can already tell the whole entire story. It looks like on the first 4 or first 3, they were kind of keeping a secret on Rhino's design a little bit. I mean, you do see kind of glimpses of him and all that. And then that's when, they just released little tidbits. But then in the final trailer, they released his whole entire body and even a fight scene and all that. And they released a bunch of Rhino. And Rhino's only going to be in 4 minutes from what I heard. So, like, they almost spoil the whole entire movie. It's almost like if you're watching the whole entire movie free earlier than the release date, in my opinion. So, exaggerated marketing. But on this one, in the past, it used to be pretty bad marketing because right on December 10th, everything kind of calmed down. There was barely anything. But then on March, actually no, on late February, everything started to go haywire and awesome. Every day there was something new, but it wasn't, when I mean by something new, I don't mean by a trailer every single day. Maybe, new Snickers commercial, maybe, more marketing. Oh, we're going to release some t-shirts, even the toys count too. All that. We barely even have, we barely even see Godzilla. The closer we have seen of him, the whole entire body, like in CGI, maybe the poster, probably, the new poster. I mean, I guess not the new poster, but the February 20th poster. The one with Godzilla ravaging through the San Francisco skyline. That one. And then, they don't release the Mewtwo, which is great for it can be more of a secret. And then, we just see some glimpses of the creature, and that's spectacular for it can be like a giant secret. A giant surprise. And then once we see it in the big screen, we're going to be all laughing. Not laughing, like joy, with joy. And we're going to, it's going to be very exciting to see them, duking it out and all that. Like, on the Amazing Spider-Man, they even released, some fight scenes. On this one, we haven't seen any fight scenes so far, and that's great. For last, you should leave the better for last. So, it's going to be very, very awesome. So, yeah, great marketing. Number 4, the characters will be very cared about. Now, as we see, and they have a bunch of emotion. Like, for example, Bryan Cranston, when he did a speech in the main trailer as well as the international trailer. But remember that scene where he's in this little, I don't know where he is, and then he's showing his face, and it looks like he's like shouting his guts out. Like, he's making it seem like this is actually real. He's not, saying like, it's going to send us back to the Stone Age. I know this is fake, but I'm just going to say it because it's part of my script. So yeah, but he doesn't say it like that. He says it with emotion. He says that this is actually real, and if he is actually playing that character in real life, if he is that character. He has a bunch of emotions. And then Elizabeth Olsen has great acting and all that. And then, probably with the child emotion stuff. And then even the story as well with Julia Binoche dying and all that. Hopefully that turns out to be a great scene. Very sad scene, and most people will actually cry. Because Gareth Edwards' attempt on that scene was to make people cry. And if there's at least somebody who cries, then he succeeds. That's like one of his goals of the movie. So that's going to be very cared about, the characters. Aaron Taylor Johnson. I know we haven't seen too much of Aaron Taylor Johnson, but he's one of the main characters, so I don't think you should reveal too much of Aaron Taylor Johnson. Just little tidbits and all that. Maybe some action scenes, kind of. So yeah, but the character's gonna be very cared about. Reason number 5. I had a reason for number 5, but I kind of already explained it already. So number 5, just another one, because reason number 5 that I'm thinking of is kind of the same thing to number 2. But to replace that, let me think of something else. Oh yeah, what's better than a giant monster versus a giant monster and they're duking it out on the city? What's better than that? I know you have superheroes, but they're like humanoid. We can just think of humans fighting humans. That's what technically, like, humans with supernatural powers fighting other humans with supernatural power. That's all it is. Like, if you think about it, that's all it is. No offense to those superhero fans, but that's technically all it is. And remember, this is only like for Godzilla fans. So if you're a superhero fan of any kind, please do not watch this video. Please do not watch this video, because it's like way like the opposite of what you think. Just saying. So get out if you're a superhero fan, because I'm gonna kind of rule with the superhero genre. But yeah, it's just supernatural humans fighting other supernatural humans. And then this is giant monsters. This is not humans like we can see today. Maybe we can actually just see in the television humans fighting humans in the war and all that. So, that's nothing so awesome or nothing about it if you think about it like that. But giant monsters, giant radioactive monsters that were like giants, radioactive creatures that were, in the past very small. They turned super huge. They're destroying buildings. People are, running away and all this chaos. And then other giant monsters fighting each other, and then they're doing it out and all that. Just so spectacular. And each one has, like, powers or abilities. Like, for example, Godzilla's atomic breath. Maybe the Muto has an EMP pulse, maybe. So, it's going to be all very awesome. Because what better than a movie with giant monsters and other giant monsters fighting each other to the death and for survival. That's, nothing can out-top that. Number 7, the destruction. There's a bunch of destruction here. Destruction looks very realistic, as I mentioned. It's going to be a bunch of destruction. It's not going to be, a little bit of destruction where Godzilla only, like, destroys maybe half of Las Vegas or maybe half of San Francisco. It's going to be, the whole world is in trouble. It's not only one place. I know it's mostly talking about the San Francisco and around those areas, like the coast of California, but also Japan gets struck by this, and Japan, and even Hawaii, probably even Australia is in the middle of Hawaii and Japan, so they can also be a threat because maybe Godzilla can be, swimming around or something. The whole world is in chaos with this giant creature, and also the creatures that were invented by us humans that are arrogant. I don't know if that's literally the plot, but that's, if that's the plot, then yeah, that we created them, and then they're fighting each other. There's gonna be a bunch of destruction, Number 8 is this movie is actually, and the buildings and all that, have places and events that actually did happen in the modern world. Like, for example, the Jindira incident in the movie. That's trying to be a homage to the 2011 event in Japan. That giant typhoon, and then there was something with a nuclear plant. Very sad, but that's kind of how it is with nuclear plants. And then with the 2011 event in Japan, that was also a nuclear plant. So they're kind of both related. And then they have realistic buildings that, do indeed exist. Like, for example, that pyramid building thing, I forgot how it's called, in San Francisco. They're actually using that building, trying to make it more modern-y. And then, there's this Hawaiian building called Hilton. They're actually also using that. It's not just inventive building. They just put squares or something, and then they just make it more realistic, and then Godzilla goes through them. It's actually real, like, places and real buildings. Like, as I said, the Pyramid Building, even the Statue of Liberty in Las Vegas, too. And, what else? There's a bunch more, but, a bunch of places. Like, there's this, like, except the Jindira, but that's kind of supposed to be a homage. I guess you can say homage or tribute to the 2011 sad event in Japan. So, bunch of places and events that actually did happen in the real world. And then number 9, it's gonna have great view. It's gonna be like one of the box office successes. Now, if you don't believe it, like if you think Spider-Man is gonna be the best or something, just go to YouTube, please, and then just compare Spider-Man and Godzilla. Okay, Godzilla released their trailer February 25th, and they have around 19,000 views. Now let me actually check the Amazing Spider-Man 2 trailer. It was recently posted, so let's see. So remember, 19 million, the Godzilla trailer. Now that was around maybe less than a month ago, so let's just see. Okay, let's see what they have here. Sorry if I'm taking kind of long, but yeah, they even have featurettes, so they're kind of spoiling there. But okay, around a month. I don't think they have actually released anything in a month. Okay, let me actually compare it to this December 10th trailer. let's compare it to that, because that's gonna tell us who has the most views. Okay. Amazing Spider-Man 2 Super Bowl ad part 2. This is the Super Bowl ad, so I bet it has a bunch of views, doesn't it? A bunch. So this was released 1 month ago. Let me just check exactly when. February 2nd. Okay. This was released before the main trailer for Godzilla 2014, and this was released in the Super Bowl, and it has 1 million. 1 million. Godzilla is definitely gonna beat this. I mean, Spider-Man can very well be a competition, like a big competition for Godzilla, the film, but like Godzilla has a bunch of views, like one of the highest viewed trailers. Like I think it's tied to Transformers. So those are two of them that are literally be the top or maybe box office successes. Like for example, Resident Empire is rated R, and Mr. Peabody and Sherman is what, PG? So I bet you will think that PG will definitely win because it's gonna have audience that are kids and adults. But Resident Empire 300 is actually #1 in the box office, from what I heard. Or I think that it actually changed. I forgot actually, but yeah, it was actually the beginning on the opening day. That was Resident Empire 300 was actually #1 in the box office. So Godzilla has a big chance. So those are my reasons. I guess it was around 9 reasons why this movie will be the best movie of 2014 and probably even the century. I know I'm kind of exaggerating, but yeah, the year 2014 is going to be the best movie of 2014. So anyways, thank you for hearing my thoughts, and thank you for sticking around, if you were sticking around all the way to this video, since it's like 17 minutes long. So anyways, this is Mother Kaiju signing out, and subscribe, like, and comments.